Hey guys, Tony here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing really well. In this video, I'm going to show you a brand new delivery that I just got from Krix, which has been sitting in my garage for a couple of weeks. And the reason that it's been sitting there is, unfortunately, a couple of weeks ago, I ended up getting COVID, and it didn't hit me too hard, but it's left me with this fatigue, which I'm really only just getting over now, and I haven't had the energy to unbox them. So what I'm planning on doing is a little different style video to what I normally do, which is generally very structured and scripted and researched. This one is going to be a far more simpler video. I'm going to take you into my garage, I'm going to unbox the Krix amps, and I'm going to show you what they look like. I'm going to whack them up onto the test bench, and then I'm going to show you what I have planned for them. Because I haven't really shown much love to my home theater in the last year, and I've been saving up for these, and it's finally time to rack them up. So there's a little bit of work that needs to be done in the rack, so I'm going to show you that, as well as a little sneak peek in my home theater so that you can see what I'm working with. But anyway guys, I'm going to take you in there and we're going to go unbox them. It'll be all done through time-lapse and fast forward until we get them up here on the rack. So if you enjoy the content, make sure you hit the like button and let me know what you think of the new format of video. I'm trying to pump out content a little quicker than I normally do. My videos generally take quite a bit of time to produce, so this is something a little bit more off the cuff. So if you enjoy it, let me know down in the comments section, but let's go. So I got my trusty knife here, and we're gonna take a quick look at these, open them up and take a look. So as you can see, they're really well packaged, strapped down and put on this pallet. So far pretty impressed with the way that they've been packaged. There's this stiff cardboard around the outside as well, which is good because it means that it protects the corners. So I'm actually going to try and get rid of all the rubbish as well, just to make it a little neater and easier to work with. So in the box we have the owner's manual. We have this really dense foam. I don't think I want to get rid of that. Looks really nice. We have this felt bag here. Inside the bag is a 3-pin power cord. So it's wrapped in very thick black plastic. So there we go. I'm gonna go put it on the test bench. So I unboxed one of them, and now I'm just gonna unbox the other two and put them in ready for racking. Then I'm gonna take you and show you the rack and what I've got planned in there. So guys, you can see here I've got the Elektra TheatreHD2 5-channel amp. It's sitting here on my turntable. We'll take a quick look. You can see at the back we have balanced XLR as well as RCA, and for this project I'll be using the RCA cables. I ended up buying a whole stack load. You can see here I'll be using them. They're from EMK. I bought them off Amazon. They were decent. They were only I think about $20, so that worked out well. $20 per cable, and I had to buy 13 because I have a 13-channel setup. I also got a stack load of these ultra thin Cat 6 cables, because basically I'm going to re-rack everything to save a bit of space in the rack. The front, which I really like, it's got a Perspex front, and it's also got the Krix logo, which to me that's awesome because I'm a huge fan of Krix. So having Krix speakers and Krix badged Elektra amplifiers is really cool. It's something that I have been dying to put into my rack. So guys, you can see that I need to do a fair bit of work in this rack. I've got all of my IT equipment that needs to be moved. I've got my amps down the bottom for my subwoofer and a power conditioner and a UPS. That has to go as well. And it's going into another rack over here. So guys, it's going into this rack over here, all my IT gear. So once I move all of that, then I'll free up the big rack for the amps. So guys, this is my home theater. You can see here I've got my seating over there. My chairs are from VALENCIA, called the Tuscany. I'm not sure how good the lighting is. Got my Epson projector up there, acoustic panels on the wall, my Krix symmetrics on the back wall, and then if we have a look here, you won't be able to see the speakers because they're behind the screen, but we have a 120-inch screen, 16 by 9, and basically I've got my Krix MX10 speakers behind there. So you probably can't see me too well because I'm in a very dark room and I haven't got lighting on at the moment, but basically I'm going to show you this room when it's finished. So one of the other things that I want to mention is that being that this is starting to get a fair amount of gear in it, yes, I do have an aircon duct, but it does generate quite a bit of heat. So what I've got is I went and bought some AC Infinity fans and thermostat. Basically that's going to vent all the hot air out into the roof cavity. I'll give you a quick peek of what they look like. So you can see here, it's a 3-vent design, and that's going to go in the ceiling and vent out the hot air. And then to control it, I've got this one right here, which has got the thermostat control here and an additional fan, which I'll be sticking onto another corner of the ceiling, and that's going to vent out all the hot air. Even though I do have a dedicated aircon unit in here, sometimes it gets turned off and I don't want the heat to build up. So that's the plan. I'm basically going to plug all of my speakers into the dedicated amps. I'm going to hook them up to the Denon, reconfigure the Denon to preamp only mode, and that way I want to see if I actually get a nice improvement in both power and the audio. Now, a lot of people have told me it's overkill to have these amps for my home theater because, you know, they're so sensitive. The Krix MX10s are 97 decibels for 2.83 volts at 1 meter. So that's a sensitivity rating. So they're highly sensitive. They can run with very little power. And my Denon 8500 is actually quite a beast when it comes to power. And my room hits reference very, very easily with the Denon. So people say, why would you want to go to amps? And anyone in this hobby will know that you're always trying to squeeze that little bit extra. But I also have another reason, and that is because I've always had it in my mind that I would end up with a Trinnov one day. And I'm hoping that will happen, but to get to a Trinnov, you need to have the amps. So that is why I've gone with the amps, as well as trying to squeeze the most as I can out of the Denon. I also want to be able to experience a Trinnov in this room one day, and I did need the amps for that. So that is the main reason. So guys, I think that's where we're going to call it an end to this video. In the next video, you'll see me pretty much dismantling this whole rack and then re-racking everything according to best practice for airflow and putting all the gear in the right order, and basically installing the vents and checking out my home theater at the end. So if you enjoyed the video, guys, make sure you smash the like button for me. Let me know what you think of this new format of video in the comment section down below. But that's it for this one. You'll catch me in the next one. Bye for now.